Okay, so for tonight's task, we're going to finish framing in the bathroom. Went to Lowe's, got some more lumber, probably got enough to finish the loft also, and then we will start framing the master bedroom. Play around with the stairs a little bit. We're going to frame in a door right here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so bathroom walls up. As you guys saw, well, we're not using 2x4s. We're using a 1.5 by 3, like a mobile homestead. A little lighter weight, a little cheaper. Also, you'll notice that 12-inch on center, and then I used some 3¼ inch self-tapping deck screws to fasten the bottom, and then I used some self-tappers to just sink it into the side. I really wanted this one in good because this is the door frame, so that'll be the stop for the door. But this one over here, it's going to be tied to the ceiling. It's also going to be tied to cabinets, and we're going to shear. We're going to shear this wall. We'll shear that wall. Kitchen cabinets will go along here, and then we'll also have the loft tied in here. So once that top is in, this thing ain't going nowhere. The stairs we're going to make out of 3/4 plywood. It's going to be more than enough rigidity to hold us walking up and down it. The reason I didn't want to frame it like we framed the bathroom and all the other walls is that we're going to lose all kinds of storage space. We want to put our diesel heater underneath there. I would like to, in a perfect world, throw a couple of 12-volt lithium batteries down there and have a 48-volt storage system. And it butts right up to the end of the trailer, so I don't need to get in and out of this. The idea is to cut through this piece of 1/4 inch diamond plate and build a hatch so we can access this from the outside. Obviously the fuel tank for the diesel heater won't be in here, but we'll have one vent coming out this way that'll blow into the living quarters. We will have a vent that pops out here and blows heat into the master bedroom. So. Go 30.5. And we know that these are all 7 5/8. You can see right here, I wrote the measurements down last week when I squared all this up. So it was 7 5/8 rise, a 12-inch runner, and then the step on the top has an overall length of 8.5 inches. So we're going to try and reuse this piece of marine grade 3/4 inch board. First of all, look at this stuff's very expensive, and second of all, this is a budget build. So when we built the stairs, or when we measured for the stairs, we noticed that between here and here, there's 3/8 of an inch difference on the floor. So from here to here, the floor comes up 3/8 of an inch. And we know it wasn't this that was down because we leveled the trailer left to right, back to front. And then we shot these with a laser level and then an old school level with a speed square. So I knew that when we built the stairs, we built the stairs square and plumb. At the end of it, we were going to be high on this edge, 3/8 of an inch. So what we're going to do on the bottom of the stairs on both sides is we're going to come out 8.5 inches. We're going to come up 3/8 of an inch, and we're just going to cut a little bit of a wedge out here. And I think the majority of it is probably the weld in the front, but This should square the stairs up nicely. We'll have a nice approach going into the master bedroom. So, if you guys ever get to a point where you're trying to cut just a little bit off a messed up edge like this, and you don't have anything to mark to with the pencil, you guys can always cover what you're working on with tape. Make sure it's nice and square. And then you can use your speed square, nice square edge. You can measure your 3/8 of an inch. Come back here, measure your 8.5. Mark that. And take your long straight edge. That's the point where we want to start. And we know that's the point where we want to finish. And then you got to kind of compensate for the thickness of the pencil. And at least you got a line you can see. You just take it off afterwards. Spot on. That'll work just perfect. Now we can start on the master bedroom. Okay, so real quick walkthrough of what I'm thinking here before the battery goes dead. This is our bed frame. Like I said before, you can see these pieces of masking tape on the outside. That's how far the mattress pad is going to come out. So we'll come off of this, so 7 inches that way, 7 inches that way, and I'll have a subframe built underneath. We'll build this out of 3/4 inch plywood. And then from here to here is right at 48 inches. So we'll put a piano hinge right here on this cross member. We'll add another one, another cross member, but we'll actually screw it to the bottom of the 3/4 inch plywood so we don't get any sag in the box spring. That'll come out to here, and then from here to there we'll fold up, and all this right here will be storage, and it'll still give us access to the hitch mount. So if we ever need to pull that out and get to it, that'll still be able to be unscrewed and pulled out of the way. And then this piece of tape over here, that's how far the vanity shelf is going to come out, and it will be level with the box spring where the 3/4 inch plywood that the mattress pad is going to sit on. And then we're going to go straight up from this mark here, that's the outside of the mattress, and we'll come all the way up to the top, and this will be storage for clothes and what have you. So in case you're wondering, I like to use a block of wood. Take your base plate, your top plate, lay them down on the ground. Make sure, first of all, they're the same length. That's always good. Then I go on the ends, use a speed square, square up where my studs are going to go, make sure it's flush to the end. Put my line on, then I always draw an X where the stud goes, because if you just leave a line on a piece of wood, you're working with somebody else, you don't know if the stud goes on this side or this side. So start down there at the end. If you want 12 on centers, you can measure from the 12 on edge and then your 12 on center anyway. So you have the far edge, measure 12 inches, mark an X on each side. And that way when you put this one down there, you start pre-drilling and tapping, you know which side the stud goes on, and as far as framing goes, it's as square as it can be. You can square away the rest when you get the wall mounted. Maybe it wasn't recording the first time it shut off because we weren't using it.
Okay, well there it is. That's our 5th video, and as you can see, we had some technical difficulties with the camera not recording when we were putting up that wall for the master bedroom. But that's all right. It's not really that big of a deal. We just wanted to share with you guys our journey of our DIY crawler hauler that we're building. And when we were first starting this project, we spent hours searching YouTube and we're not able to find anything like what we were about to take on. And so we just decided, hey, why not just record what we're doing and share it, so that if there's anybody else out there down the road who wants to do something like this, they can learn from us of what not to do and better ways to do things, and also some good ways to do things. So anyway, if you've made it this far, or if you're just joining us, I just want to thank you for watching. We are having so much fun learning how to do all the things that we're doing, and learning how to, you know, edit videos and take videos to begin with, because you gotta have good video in order to edit good video, right? So we're just having a blast, learning as we go, and we hope that you're enjoying it and that you will subscribe and like and share us with your friends. Anyway, thanks guys. More to come. So excited to share what we did this last weekend, and I'll be editing that this week. So anyway, thank you so much. Later.